Hello, guys. So, welcome back to Factorio. So, last episode, I told you that I was going to start doing bots this episode. And I'm going to keep that promise. So, we're going to start working towards bots. So, here is all of the stuff that we need to make. Well, with the exception of this right here. We'll get these right here, and we'll get to that. This is all the bot stuff, guys. This is all the stuff we need. So let's take a look at it real quick. So we need supply chests and requester chests, which are green circuits, red circuits, and steel chests. So that's pretty simple, straightforward, right? And then we need the bots themselves. The bots themselves get a little complicated in this game. We're going to need lube, which we're not making lube yet. So let's start with lube. Lube is going to require this residual oil stuff. We're going to finally start using it up. We're going to steam that into residual gas. And we're going to combine the residual gas with mineral oil, which we are making. And that's going to give us our lube. So we're going to set this part up over at our fuel processing, or whatever you want to call it. So that's going to just go over there. Now, I made two of these, one for each of the types of bots, but we're only going to have one of these. In addition to that, I think we really only need one flying frame manufacturing, because that's all common to both of them. So flying frame manufacturing means we have to start making batteries, which is going to require plastic, lead, and acid. We have to start making electric motors. We're already making regular motors, only not very many, and it's not on the bus. We're going to have to put that on the bus. That's relatively straightforward. So that's going to give us our flying frames. Then we have to make the robot brains. Now, the robot brains, there's two flavors. There is the logistics brain and the construction brain, and they actually use the exact same components. You just have to tell it which one to make. Same thing goes with this arm. There's a logistics arm, and there is a robotics arm, or a construction arm, and they're pretty much the same components. Just you have to tell them a different thing to make. So it's one more complexity to the whole formula. Okay. So for the batteries, we're going to need plastic. We're already doing plastic for our red circuits, but we're gonna set up another one, and we're gonna put this one, I think, on the bus. But it's relatively straightforward what it takes to make plastic. So we'll just copy and paste this. That's easy enough. So there's the bots. Now this is stuff we're getting into that I'm not real familiar with, is these logistics zone interfaces and these logistics zone expanders. I don't know if we need them, don't need them. We will find out. But there's a lot of common components in them. There's these antennas, which also are required for some other things as well. So those are those two. And then up here, we have a Robo Chest, and we have a Robo Port. Now, I'm not sure what the difference between the two of these is. They look like they use a lot of the same components. So we're going to make both. The only difference is, of course, this one needs the steel chest. But other than that, they look pretty much the same. And then we come over here and we have charging stations. And we have a charging point that looks like it's got 4 pads. And we have a charging station that looks like it's got 9 pads. But they're, again, both relatively speaking the same. In addition to that, of course, we did our research. We now have our assembly machine 4s we can start making. None of this is stuff we're not already making. I did put brass and aluminum on the belt, or on the bus, so we can pick that off now. So this is going to be a relatively easy build to make. And then over here, we have large solar panels. We're going to start making large solar panels to supplement our power. Not that we're hurting on power right now, but we want to start moving in that direction. The other thing we're going to start looking at, since we're going to do solar panels, we need accumulators, same deal. So we're going to need batteries for that. This one is already set up, although we don't have the technology yet. This is for transformers, the distribution transformer that's, you know, has a bigger area than the poles and what have you, so that we can set up our solar and set up our accumulators, because they need big fields of those. So there's what we got going. All right, so let's start with our tech first. So we got through all of our tech, so let's pick our next techs. So what I'm looking at is advanced gas processing is going to give us the advanced fuel refinery, and it's going to give us some more gas synthesis. And I believe it also continues to put us in the direction of some of the other stuff that we need to go. It's only 50 points, so we're going to take that one. All right. Next, we are going to take chlorine processing. Again, it's a pretty cheap one. It's only 50, but it's going to give us some of these other chemicals and some of the other abilities that we want to get going. Yeah, that's right. Then we're going to take gas stream cracking. It's going to give us a steam cracker 2. We've only got steam cracker 1 right now. This is going to give us steam cracker 2, so all about efficiency, right? After that, I think we're going to take ceramics, because ceramics is going to get us towards our artillery turrets that we want. Here's our artillery turrets. No, we don't need ceramics for that, huh? Maybe we won't take it right now. I thought we needed it. Maybe we don't need it. Maybe we won't take that right now. It's cheap, but I don't think we're going to take it right now. What is this? Cobalt processing and radar 3. You know what? Let's take cobalt processing. It's somewhat cheap, but that's going to get us towards our turrets. And then we're going to take solar energy. This is going to give us better solar panels. Okay. We're going to, since we're building the ones, we might as well go towards the next ones and see if we can't upgrade there. And they're going to require the other ones, so we're not losing anything by building them. And then I think we're going to start working on building up our uranium. So we're going to take uranium processing so that we can start building up our uranium. That leaves us one more. What are we going to take here? And I think the answer to that, we could take radar 3s, which is going to give us the last thing we need to get to artillery. Artillery is 2,000, so it's going to take a while to get that one built. But let's go ahead and take radar 3s. That's going to get us towards our artillery. All right. So there we go. This is, like I say, oh, you know what? We want to add this one. We want to add this one in. This is, like I say, this is what I was working towards with that one build. That's substations. So let's do this, because we really want the substations. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. What I really want is the substations. Then we can look at the other stuff. Do we need this? We need the advanced gas refinery, I think. That's going to give us methane, ethane, butane, carbon monoxide, etc., etc. Yeah, we're definitely going to take that. Do we need the chlorine processing? I don't know. Hydrochloric acid from salt. I don't know that we need this yet. So maybe we bag that one. We take the steam cracking because we definitely need it for the better steam cracker. I think we bag the ceramics. We grab these and we grab the uranium. That leaves us 2 more. What do we want? Water treatment 4C. We could take that, but we're not making titanium. So it's not going to do us any good to make that right now. Any of these ones that got the purple tint to them, they have titanium in them. So that's not going to help us. We need the radar 3. Oh shit. See, it takes titanium to make them, but we don't need them. It needs cobalt for the artillery, which we're not making. But it does open it up, and we don't have to make the radar, because the radar, the only thing we need the radar for is the remote targeting. So maybe we take the radar 3 just so that we can get to the next tech. I think we're going to take it just so we can get to the next tech. We're not going to make them because we're not making the materials for them. But we can make them. We can go to the next tech with them. Then we're not going to do reactors yet. We're not really kind of ready for that yet. We need to start building up a bunch of uranium. And we don't have the real power requirements for it yet. So it's going to give us bioplastics. It's going to give us another way to make liquid plastic. What is this? That's electric boilers, advanced chemistry. Yeah, we're not making the stuff to make it yet. I'd like the slag processing, but again, we're not making titanium yet. Maybe we'll take the tech because we're going to start working towards those metals that we now have. Yeah, I think we'll take that tech. There we go. So there's our tech. All right, guys. So this is probably going to take a couple of episodes to do. So the first thing we're going to work on is we're going to start making the products that we need. So we're going to start by making our lube. Okay? So we're going to go over and we're going to start getting our lube built. So we're going to need a steam cracker and a chemical plant, and that's what's going to make the lube. And I believe I've already got one made. Chemical plant, steam cracker, good to go. So it's going to be, that is going to take that and make this waste gas. We've also got some of the waste gas on our liquid bus because we are making some waste gas already because of our manufacturing of red chips and what have you. So we're going to go down here because this is where the mineral oil is, or whatever it is, the base mineral oil. This started to fill up, so I siphoned this off, and I ended up siphoning this off just for now. I don't want to continue to do it for too long because we'll actually end up using this raw gas and this naphtha. But for right now, I've got the 20% above just so that we keep producing the other stuff because we really need this lube. All right. So, first things first. Here is that oil residuals that we've been making. Okay? And we need a steam cracker. And we're going to need steam and what have you. So we're going to try and stick this in close to this so that we can use an inserter to put it in. Let's move this pole out of the way. I know it's going to turn that off. I don't care. We'll move it up here a little further. There. No, it's not in our way. So steam cracker and residual gas. So either of these will take in steam. All right, so we need to make steam. Easy peasy to make steam. We can make steam right over here. We should have a boiler. I thought I made a boiler already. And maybe we don't have a boiler. All right. Do I have enough to make a boiler? We have enough to make a boiler. All right. So we're going to take our boiler. And this just seems stupid to not pick off of there, but we don't have enough room. So we're going to do this. Right? And then we're going to do this. And we're going to tell this to pick up from there. That'll pick it up off of there, put it into there. That'll make our steam. Right? So there's our steam. And the only reason I'm doing this way over here is because that's where the fuel is. I could bring the fuel over, I guess. 6 of one, half dozen the other. And we're cooking through those early researches because we haven't been doing research for a little bit. All right. So that gives us our residual gas. Now, like I said, we already have residual gas on the bus, so we can bring that over as well. And I think we'll bring it right down through here and snake it in. Because we might as well take advantage of it, right? Might as well use it. And it is right there. Nice, pretty purple color. How can we sneak this in here? We can't do it there. We'll have to come down and around with it. Is that going to line? We should be all right. We'll find out if we block any of it. No, we got to come down one more. We got to come down one more. Will that go? Nope, that's all the further that'll go. We got to go down at least this far so that we miss. We'll go down one more. We got to miss our cracking. There we go. Yes, there we go. Okay. So there's that, right? Hook that into there. So that's also going to start giving us steam to here, and we need an inserter that will start making gas plus the gas we've got. Right, okay. So now we need a chemical plant. Chemical plant. And the chemical plant is going to make lube. And you notice the icons are different. It's frustrating sometimes, but that is how it is. All right, so we need to come out of here, into here, out of here, into here. Everything we need for lube. So let's put down a couple of tanks. Start building up our lube. There we go. So now we should start making lube. We're going to start putting our lube away. So now we've got our lube in processing. All right. So let's go back over here. And that means all of this can go, right? Because that represented what we just did. And this can go. Right, made that much smaller. All right, let's look at batteries now. And batteries we're going to put on the bus because we're going to need them for a few things. So let us grab our plastic. We don't need that. This is our plastic manufacturing, right? Which we're going to need for batteries. So we're going to get plastic on the bus. Oh, I already put, oh, because I copied it to bring it over here. Duh. All right, so let's go up here and let's get plastic on the bus. And plastic needs steam and trees, basically. It's the only inputs we need. And we've got trees. Steam is easy now that we can do the in-ground things. We've got fuel here that we can tap into. The question is, do we put it on this side or on this side? Because here's where the bus is. Maybe we start another line over here for plastics and such. All right. Yeah, because that's not going to take much room to do that. Let's put it on this side. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, I got them going in the wrong direction. So there is our next bus, right? And the first thing we're going to add to it is we're going to add plastic. So I think. Yeah, and that's where that excess gas was coming from. So can we manipulate this and fold it? And I think perhaps we can. So if we trees to liquefier, to steam cracker, All right, so this is going to make that. Then this is going to make that. Then this is going to make that. Oh, so that's going to move up one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll put it there. Right? And then we got to bring our steam in. So steam, water, right? And then we just got to bring our fuel over and our trees over. And then we have our excess, which we're gonna pump over to our line. So that's gonna come out. That's got to come out. Okay. And then that goes into another liquefier, which makes that. And then that's got to make our plastic, right? All right, there's that. So, and then we'll just bring that right around. So we made that much smaller than it was, except we put this in the wrong side. So liquefier, assembler. Right, and then this is our other gas that's going to come out. And then that's just got to wrap back around. So now we're going to bring out our wood. And we're going to bring out fuel. So let's bring it out here. We could have done that there, I guess. And then there, there, I'm just looking to make sure we didn't inadvertently add some charcoal to that, because it will happen. If you side load, you can side load an underground. All right, and then that goes to there. So that will give us the fuel, the steam, All right, so that's all of this, guys. And then we just got to bring that back over to here. And that's as easy as doing this. We are going to put this in. So that it is on both sides. There it is, right? Except for that. I think that's everything for there. So now we just got to go through and power stuff up. Oh, We need one to go from there to there. So that's that. That's making that. That will go into there. That's going to give us a plastic. Plastic's going to go in there. And then we just got to get rid of this. And this, we can just take a pump. And for the time being, we got goddamn pipe running all over this map. I don't like that, but pipe is easy to manipulate and get out of the way, though. It's a lot easier to break up and get out of the way than belts are. All right, we need some more pipe. I know this isn't really doing the bot stuff, but we need to do this stuff to do the bot stuff. So as soon as we get this done, we will have the basic pieces parts for our bots. We will have batteries. We will have lubricant. Everything else we're already making. So this is kind of laying the groundwork for that. Like I said, this is probably going to take a couple episodes to plan it all out, do it all out, get it all hooked up and running. And there that is. Boy, we've really burned through that science, haven't we? I'm not complaining. You just got to power this pump. And we are in business. Because there we go. Right? Now we're churning a little bit of plastic onto the belt. All right. So we got our bus set up. We got everything we should need. Let's go back down here. Get rid of our plastic manufacturing because we have taken care of that. All right. Next common item is batteries, because we need it for these, we need it for those, etc., etc. Batteries is real easy. It's chem plant, it's plastic, it's lead, it's sulfuric acid, all of which we are already making. So we're going to put batteries on the bus. And all we need to do that is a chem plant. Actually, let's do 2 chem plants, because then we can do this. I think I put that one too far away. But then we can do that. Where's the other chem plant? Right? And we can say batteries, batteries. We just need to bring in our lead and our plastic bar, and then we need to bring out oops, batteries, right? Heck, we don't even need to do that. We can just do this. Right? And then that'll give us our batteries. And then we just need to bring our raw materials over. And our raw materials are the plastic, which we are currently bringing off of the bus anyway. Oh, you know what? All right, let me see something here. Batteries need almost equal amounts of lead plate and plastic bar. What if we did this? What if we left space, space, one extra space, 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 1, 2, 3. And we brought that in like that. And then we brought that out like that. Well, we can still do it from there and get that hooked up there. But what I want to do is I want to bring in here like that. Like that. And then we'll bring over our lead. Right? So then we have our bus continues down here. Like that. We just even up our bus here, just so we know we've got it all going okay. So what is the slowness on this? It's just the production speed. This will eventually catch up. All right. So then we go here, here, here. Tell this batteries. tell that to give that plastic. So that'll put plastic on one side, lead on the other side. These guys will argue with each other. But ultimately, okay, so now we just need sulfuric acid. Which is closer? Down here, I guess, is closer. Not by much, but by a little bit. All right. So we'll put it here in case we want to add battery manufacturing. If we want to put 2 more chem plants in. Ha 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 ha. You suck. All right, that one would go there. That one would go there. We'll get that moved out of the way in a second. So that we can start making batteries. In the meantime, we'll go around it. I hate to do that, but I don't want to take up my reference factory until I'm ready to take up my reference factory. There we go. So that should get us making batteries. All we got to do is this right here. There we go. We're making batteries. All right. Awesome sauce. All right, let's look at research real quick. Didn't we get enough to make that? No, we didn't, because we didn't take the cobalt processing. We're going to take the cobalt processing just to get us our artillery. Yay. Oh, that's 2. So that's a bigger one. We've already got... No. I thought we took this. I thought we took that. Did we not take it? Oh, well, hell, we're taking that first. I thought we put that on there. And then we'll take the cobalt processing. Fine. I could have sworn we put that up there. You guys were probably laughing at me. All right. So that's going to open up the artillery. It's going to take a long time to get the artillery. So let's put that on there. That way we don't keep going bonk, 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 bonk. And then let's do oil pressing of plants. Let's do our plant research again. Okay? And then we'll grab that one. When this opens up, we'll grab this one. That gets us, yeah, that gets us where we want to be. And that will close out all of these as well. Well, except for these two. No, except for this one, apparently. And we'll get one more processing of fish, too. All right, there we go. So how are we doing on time? Okay, it's been 45 minutes. We've gotten our batteries done, and we've gotten our lube done. So we can go ahead and get rid of batteries. Well, you know what? Let's now substitute an input for that, because we still need to have an input, right? Oops. Dummy. All right, so batteries, electric motors, green circuits is what we picked up. Green circuits and that. You know what? Let's grab a couple of batteries as placeholders. Let's go ahead and grab the batteries as the placeholders now that we have them. So that we don't forget what has to go here. So that gets rid of all of that and puts us in a single chest with a battery. All right. So that's that. That's that. Good there, good there. Good there. And then over here, we can get rid of this. Do a single chest. And a battery. So that's got all of those. And pretty soon we're going to be able to add the distribution. All right. That's all of that. That's all of that. Okay, guys, so now we're down to just basically the parts that we're already making. So let's see about combining this stuff. That's going to be our next little whiz-bangy thing that we're going to do, is we're going to go ahead and work on combining this stuff. So let's start with what we need. We're going to need chests, because the whole point of this is to be able to have gazintas and gazatas. So what do these have in common? We need steel to make chests, and then we need red and green circuits, right? All right. And then both of these take all of the same stuff. So if we go and we do, say, here and here, and we say one is storage chests, one is provider chests, we need three things for these. We're going to have to go get some more belts. We're going to need steel. Three and one. But we're going to need steel, I suspect, for other things. So maybe we leave steel as its own belt, and we do a second belt. All right, let's go get some belts real quick before we get too far along on this. Let's get some more belts. And what I'm trying to do is consolidate as much of this into single inputs as I can. We might want another thing of undergrounds. Let's get rid of, I don't know how we ended up with one, but let's get rid of it. All right, there we go. All right, so what do we need to feed those? We need a steel chest, right? So steel chest. All right, so if we... What if we do this? What if we put steel on one side, right? So if steel comes up here, and then we could take off the steel, right? And we could put on the steel, and that's going to put it on the opposite side. All right, we'll take out some steel chests because we're going to want some steel chests. Let's put a receiver for both of these. All right, so that'll put steel chests and steel here. Then we want to do red and green circuits, right? So if we, and we got the big poles now, so we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So then we could say, take off of this one, take off of the far one, so then that's going to pick up the steel chests. That's going to pick up the red and the green. Right? And then that does it for that. It's everything we need. So then we can come down here. Right? And do half red, half green. Right? So that gives us all of it. So that is that one done. All right, what's next? We've got the bots, which is going to require all of this stuff. It's not really the stuff we want. All right, so this one takes a steel chest, right? All of this stuff is basic stuff. It's steel, it's iron, it's copper. So maybe we can combine, I mean, all of these use the same exact antenna. They use the same, yeah, I think next we can do this stuff right here. All right. So let's say we try and do this. What if, because we can use some of this red and green, right? Because we're still using the red. All right, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? All right. And then we do these and we go copper cable. Then we can bring in a copper, right? There gives us our copper production. Right, so there's copper. All right, we've got red and green. So that's red. So it needs red and copper and steel. Right? Red, steel, copper. We need one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. So that looks like that's maybe our next piece to build. And we've kind of got because that's coming up. So if we go like that, we can get red off of one, steel off of the other, copper off of that side. Oh, we got to jiggle this a little bit. That's all right. Well, let's go ahead and jiggle that a little bit. Ooh. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do copper wire up one side, right? And then we put it on the far side. Then we have copper wire, and we have the antennas. So this reaches far to pick up the steel. Where is the... There it is. So steel, right? That's steel. That's red, because we got red coming up. That's copper. That's all we need. And then it puts it back out, so we'll have copper and antennas on this one, right? All right. So let's look at these ones. These are the least complex. So that's copper into that antenna. Well, we're making the antenna. We don't need the copper. Right? And that also means we're making the antenna. So we just need, okay, so we need the red, the antenna, and steel. All right, let's do this. Because we've got red, we've got steel, we've got the antenna. Can we do that? And then we'll make, where are they? Okay, there's the one. And there's the other. And these need red and steel, antenna and copper, right? And this needs antenna and steel. And this needs antenna and steel. This needs antenna, steel, and red. Right? Well, the red's coming up on this one. And the steel's coming up on this one. So, steel, oops. And red. That one only needs the antenna and the steel. So, antenna, or steel, antenna from this side. This one needs antenna from this side. So that would be antenna and steel. So steel is over here. So we go here. That gets the steel off of there. That gets the antenna off of there. That's everything for this one. We need to put an output. So we can go here, maybe. Put a chest here. And there's the output for that one, right? Because we'll have chests, so we'll be able to request them if we need to. If this is buried. All right, and then this one needs red antenna and steel. So far reach for the steel, close reach for the red, antenna, and then we've got that one. All right, awesome. So we're moving right along here, guys. It has been an hour. So I think we're going to cut this one here. I'm going to continue on so that I don't lose momentum, but I'm going to cut this recording and start it in a second one, because this has already been an hour. I don't want to bore the hell out of you guys any more than I already have. So for me, it'll be a click of a second. For you guys, it'll be, another hour or two before I get both of these published or whatever, at least. But there we go. We're started. We're headed in the right direction. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.